Spring has sprung, flowers in bloom, and the tax man is getting ready to collect. Let's welcome back Thomas Spade, certified public accountant and instructor at the College of Charleston School of Business. Welcome back.
It's good to be back. It's good to see everybody.
Again, the tax deadline is here.
I know it comes this time every year.
It does.
It really
does.
It does. But it's just something to remember. It's mid-April. This year it's going to happen April 18th because April 15th is on a weekend. So this coming weekend going to be April 15th.
There's also a DC holiday, isn't
That's
there?
right. Monday's a holiday in DC, so it gets pushed to Tuesday, April the 18th.
And if it wasn't for the 11th hour, nothing would get done.
That's so true.
So people are going to use all that time right up until the deadline, even though they get a couple
including
extra
me.
days.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure this is always such a busy time of year for you.
You have absolutely no idea.
There are some changes
this
year. So tell us what those are.
Okay, a couple of big changes that people need to be aware of, so that if you are waiting to the last minute, you might get a smaller refund as a result of some of this. They cut the child tax credit from $3,000 to $2,000, and not as much of it can be used to generate a refund. They also cut the amount of expenses that you can claim for purposes of a child care credit for like after school care or daycare or something like that. So that credit could be substantially less than it was in previous years. Those are the really big ones.
Remind us why it was cut.
COVID.
Yeah.
It was just a one-year thing that they put in place for a little bit more COVID relief in addition to the stimulus payments that we already got.
Okay, and let's talk about rebates.
That's right. We got some from South Carolina last year. The rebate was the lesser of $800 or your actual tax liability. So if you haven't gotten your rebate, you can actually go to the Department of Revenue's website and you can click on a link that shows you how you can check the status of it. Now, the question that I often get, is this going to be taxable? Well, no, it's not for most people.
Oh.
This is going to be treated.
There's a caveat.
Of course it's a caveat. It's tax law. There's caveats.
Yes.
Anyway, what happens here is it's treated just like a state tax refund. Now, you have to recapture it as income to the point that deducting state taxes on last year's return gave you a tax benefit. Okay. But for most people who just claim the standard deduction that don't itemize, they're not going to face this. And right now, according to the IRS, 90% of people take standard deduction. So most people by far are not going to be affected by this. All
right. Now let's not forget our retirees.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people, they do collect retirement funds. They also have Social Security, but there is a distinctive difference between the two.
Retirement and Social Security are very, very different. Now, retirement's going to be taxed at the federal level, generally. Social Security might be taxed depending on how much income you get from other sources. That's at the federal level. At the state level, they do not tax Social Security. South Carolina also does not tax the first $15,000 of income for those over age 65. And starting this year, military retirement is no longer taxable here in South Carolina.
Fantastic news.
It really is.
Another thing that we've always talked about is the saving your gasoline receipts.
Oh yeah.
But that's not applying this year.
No, it's gone. It's gone. After 5 years, the legislature said that we don't have to save them anymore because that credit's pretty much gone. They're not going to renew it from what I'm hearing out of the legislature. Okay. So, but it's still a good idea to save them just in case for other purposes.
Yeah, that is true. And then you never know. It's good to be in the practice of doing it because they may just bring it back. You never know.
Exactly. Keeping your own maintenance records on your vehicle is very important.
Absolutely is. As always, a pleasure, Thomas. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
We're back after this.